Where is Mr. Mehar? He promised he would meet me here with the visas. These people must fly tonight.
Sir, I have something to tell you. The visas are not ready, so your passengers cannot fly tonight.
Huh? What do you mean cannot fly? You already agreed to arrange everything. I already pay you the full amount, which is 5,500 per person.
Encik, how come there is no visa? We left Kelantan because you said it was all ready.
They told me everything was ready. They promised.
Look, sir, calm down. The visa will be ready by 18 May. You can bring that group again on that day, and they can fly with second group, okay?
Huh? But these passengers have now here to stay. I have to pay for the food and hotel. Now, who gonna bear the cost?
Look, I understand, but this is the situation. Just come back on 18 and we settle everything by then.
Mr. Mehar, you promised me you would handle the visas. I paid everything, 800, 30,000, 500. But you didn't even give me the full receipt. I'm short of 92,000 in the receipt.
I never agreed to get the visa. You misunderstood. My company cannot apply for Hajj.
Huh? Then why did your son say the visas would be ready by 18 May? Why did you take the money? Why take the passport?
You only gave us some passport, not all.
Hmm, I gave everything and I asked many times for the full receipt, but you never issued them.
I don't recall that.
I'm so sorry, sir. The visas are still not ready. They cannot depart.
Huh? This is impossible. You promised again. These people traveled for hours and I paid everything. Now, how do I face them again? I trusted your father. I trusted your company. I even paid for hotel and food for the first group. Now, 77 more people have no place to stay.
We cannot help, sir. That's all we can say.
Okay, fine. I only have one choice. I must bring this to the court.
You may be seated. We are hearing the case involving the plaintiff and the defendant travel agency. The issue before the court: did the defendant agree to arrange and obtain visas for 151 pilgrims? Plaintiff counsel, you may proceed.
Mr. Plaintiff, please tell the court what was included in the 5,500 ringgit collected from each pilgrim.
Your Honor, 5,500 ringgit is only covered for air tickets, visas, and accommodation in Mecca. My commission was only 200 ringgit per person.
So, and the defendant agreed to handle the visas?
Yes, Your Honor. That was a oral agreement that we made in Kuala Lumpur.
You claim such an important contract was verbal? There was no written agreement at all.
Counsel, an oral agreement is a legally binding contract if the terms are clear. Continue.
Very well. Plaintiff, if the defendant didn't handle the visas, who did?
Not me, Your Honor. I am a simple farmer. How can I process the visas for 151 person just by myself?
DW1, did you promise to obtain visas?
No, Your Honor. They didn't give the passport to us.
Earlier, you said that you knew the plaintiff since 1989. Now you said that you knew the plaintiff since 1991. Why the inconsistency?
I may have been mistaken.
Your credibility is weakened.
The plaintiff never handed us passport. We never agreed to visas.
If your company was unable to apply for visas because you are a non-Muslim agency, why did you call no witness from Lembaga Tabung Haji to confirm this?
The defense claimed this inability. The burden of proof is on them. They failed to prove it.
Your Honor, we have the evidence the 5,500 ringgit into the visa processing, and the plaintiff surrendered payment and passports, and the defendant repeatedly assured that visas will be ready. Yet, no visas, no departure, 151 pilgrims stranded.
The court accepts the plaintiff's accounts as more credible. I find that the defendants actually did agree to arrange and obtain visas, and that the defendant breached the agreement.
Now, Mr. Plaintiff, take us back to 11 May 1992. What happened at Subang Airport?
I arrived with the first group, 74 people. We carried luggage, ihram clothes, passport, and faith. We expected to leave for Mecca that night. But at the departure gate, Your Honor, we were told no visas. They could not have.
So, who informed you?
Well, the son of the defendant. He said visas were not ready, but assured me that the first batch could leave with the second group of people on 18 May.
Call PW4. You were present at the airport, right?
Yes, Your Honor. I heard it myself. DW6 told the plaintiff we cannot depart, but we could join the next batch on 18 May once visas were secured.
This shows that the defendant actually acknowledged responsibility, not denied it.
And on 18 May 1992, when both groups, all 151 pilgrims, arrived,
Once again, no visas, no flight could leave. Two groups, stranded, furious, lost.
The emotional and financial damage is evident.
DW6, did you or did you not tell the plaintiff that visas will be ready by the 18th?
I may have suggested we might be ready.
Not might, sir. You give assurance. Passengers travel from Kelantan to KL, twice relying on your words.
Hmm,
Your Honor, the plaintiff did not walk away. He paid for food. He paid for hotels. He tried to keep 151 disappointed pilgrims calm. He spent over 53,286 on lodging alone, all because the defendant failed.
This court is moved by the hardship suffered, not only by the plaintiff, but by the 151 innocent pilgrims whose faith and money were placed in the hands of the defendant. The breach was total, the damage substantial, responsibility clear.
Your Honor, the facts are clear. The defendant agreed to handle tickets, visas, and accommodation. The plaintiff paid over 830,500 ringgit for 151 pilgrims. They were promised departure on 11 May, denied. Promised again for 18 May, failed again. The plaintiff then spent an additional 53,286 ringgit just to feed and house these peoples. After they traveled across Malaysia based on the defendant assurances. This was not merely a breach, it was a betrayal of trust. We seek full damages for losses incurred and compensation for the suffering caused.
The plaintiff contends that the defendant's representative requested his cooperation in obtaining visas for 151 passengers. Despite this, the visas were not secured by the defendant. Only after significant effort, with assistance from Tuan Haji Cik Isa bin Muhammad, which is our plaintiff witness, did the plaintiff obtain all 151 visas on 27 May 1992.
My lord, once the visas were finally secured, the plaintiff approached the defendant for flight bookings on 1 June 1992. The flight was fully booked. Attempts for 5 June 1992 also failed, as Jeddah Airport was allegedly closed for the Hajj season. By then, the passengers had been stranded in Kuala Lumpur for 26 days.
I accept the testimony of the plaintiff and his witnesses. It is improbable that a man would bring 151 village neighbors to Kuala Lumpur unless he had confidence that the defendant would secure visas. The defendant's failure is evident.
Your Honor, it was never guaranteed. There were misunderstanding, timing issues, logistic.
Counsel, the defendant accepted money for visas. They erasure the plaintiff not once but twice, then produce no visa at all. There is no misunderstanding here, only failure. After reviewing evidence and testimony, the defendant did enter a binding oral contract. And secondly, they agreed a package included visa agreements. The defendants also failed to fulfill the obligation. Therefore, the plaintiff suffered financial loss, emotional strain, and public humiliation as a result. Thus, the defendant shall pay and refund all monies, additional expenses, loss of commission, general damages for inconvenience and hardship, and also cost of this action. And the total liability exceeds 900,000 ringgit Malaysia.